I feel like a fraud.
Welcome back, book friends, to another episode of Between Two Succulents, the only show on the internet that takes leading literary voices and asks them existential questions about houseplants. And now, for your host, the friendly neighborhood bookseller, Brandon Rashad Butts.
Book friends! What's up, book friends? Welcome back to Between Two Succulents, your favorite every other week show where we get to talk to you, the community, and book writers, authors of all kinds about what's going on out here in the world. I'm Brandon Rashad Butts, your friendly neighborhood bookseller right here in Charm City Books. And of course, got another great time for you all tonight. I picked a excellent guest for us today that's going to talk to us all about an amazing program that is doing what I call the real good work. So let me introduce you a little bit about our guest for today. Our guest today is the community organizer and archivist for the Black Yield Institute. He draws his work. He was drawn to this work after seeing firsthand that the solutions offered for land and food injustices in our communities were not adequate enough to create lasting change. That's what I mean when I say the good work. He uses social media and photography as his main tools to accomplish this feat. Everyone, please help me welcome to the show, Jordan Taylor. Jordan, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, yeah, absolutely. Today we're going to be talking to Jordan about the work that he does with the Black Yield Institute, a Pan-African power institution in Baltimore, Maryland, serving as a think tank and collective action network that addresses food apartheid. There's so much going on in that area, and I can't wait to let Jordan share a little bit about what they have been working on over there at the Black Yield Institute. They're working on year 7, but you might have heard about them once they drop their We Got 5 on it update. It's really great. I definitely suggest that you get into it. But before we get into it, we're of course going to start off with our favorite segment right around here that we like to call Sucks. So Jordan, here's how this one's going to go. Joe is going to introduce us to our 2 VIP succulents for this week, and you're going to tell us which one that you feel best represents land and Black sovereignty. Does that sound good to you?
Got you.
All right, Joe, who's our favorite VIP succulents for this week?
Okay, Brandon. First, we have the inch plant, also known as the Dracaena zebrina. Native to southern Mexico and Guatemala, this eye-catching perennial is valued for its endurance and ornamental qualities. Easy to care for, but toxic to pets, this plant with striped green and white leaves and purple undersides spreads faster than a Virginia creeper in your garden bed. And on the other side, we have the Dracaena Fregons. This plant is famous for the luscious foliage and its low-maintenance growth. It's a variety, grows and thrives in semi-shaded spots in tropical areas. It rarely blooms indoors, but when it does, the flowers sprout in white or pink shades and spreads a sweet honey fragrance. Jordan, which one is it going to be today?
I'm definitely going to go with the second one for Black land and food sovereignty. 100%. Because it just brings equity. You know what I mean? It brings equity to whatever space it's in. It blooms under whatever circumstance it needs to bloom in. It sounds like a winner to me.
Yeah!
Hey!
Absolutely!
Got us a winner. Cool. Awesome. Thanks so much for playing along with us, Jordan. Now let's go ahead and get into all the great work that y'all have been doing, or at least a good portion of it, because there's so much, honestly, that y'all are doing for the Baltimore community, for the Black community. So I guess just to kick us off, what the Black Yield Institute is sort of built around 5 main programs or principles, if you will. So what would you give us a quick breakdown of what those 5 points are?
Oh, yeah. So we have our Food Succulent organizer, and right now they're focused on bringing a cooperatively owned grocery store to South Baltimore. We have our Queen Annie Action Network, which is a network of like-minded like-minded organizations that do similar work. They do food work. They do environmental work. They do work that aligns with bringing sovereignty to Black people. So that's the Queen Annie Action Network. We have St. Cara Hamer Academy, which is our political education initiative. And we believe that we, along with many others, believe you can't have any kind of revolution, any kind of change if you don't have the education to understand what you're making change for, why are things the way they are, what's in place, all those good things. We have Black Research and Knowledge Creation, which is our aim to bring culturally relevant research to Black communities. So a lot of times large institutions come into communities and they have like their recommendations of what should happen or how things should look, but it doesn't always have the cultural context necessary to understand why those things are the way they are or what solutions would make the most sense. So we have our Queen Annie Action Network, we have our Two Succulents Organizer, we have our St. Cara Hamer Academy, we have our Black Research and Knowledge Creation, and last but not least, we have the vacuum started going off behind me and it made me lose my whole train of thought. So let's see, Queen Annie, Two Succulents. Dang, the vacuum is really throwing me off. Can y'all hear the vacuum? Am I just
No, we can't.
okay? Good. I wanted to make sure it wasn't. Ruining the episode. But yeah, so we have our Queen Annie Action Network. We have our Two Succulents Organizing. We have our Black Research and Knowledge Creation. We have our Damn, I forgot it. Oh man, my guys are gonna kill me. Sorry, BY. I forgot my initiative area. Let me double check real quick. It's been a long day. And then once I realized the one that is not coming to my head right now, I know I'm be like, that we can't cut somewhere. I know I'm like, darn.
No, you good. No, you good. I mean, honestly, guys, truly, like, just go peruse the website. It's all so well laid out and fully functional and easy to navigate. But it is also thorough, in my opinion, about everything that they have to offer and what they do and give into the community, specifically the Cherry Hill District, especially. Just take a minute and just check them out for real.
Because I know the one that wasn't. I'm sorry to cut you off, bro.
No, go ahead, please tell us.
Coming to my mind, it was our urban agriculture. I didn't say urban agriculture because, as some of you know, we had to leave our land at Cherry Hill Urban Community Garden at the end of last year, December 31st at 11:59. So I guess it was just out of sight, out of mind for me for a second, unfortunately. Forgive me, y'all. But yeah, our urban agriculture work will definitely continue. Excited to share some updates about that in the coming weeks and months, and just show y'all all the things that are coming since we transitioned from that land in Cherry Hill to, we'll have a more formal announcement coming.
Nice.
I can say that.
No, definitely looking forward to, the level up or the transition. You know what I mean? It's definitely not might sound shaky, whatever, but it's definitely not going to be a detraction. You guys are doing too much good stuff for it to be so. So, definitely keep it up. And you've proven that you're much more based off the programs that you've just spoken on. It's about much more than agricultural development. You also created programs that provide access to the revolution of Black sovereignty. One of those access points being the podcast that you're one of the hosts of. Could you tell us a bit about the podcast?
So I'm actually not one of the hosts. I'm actually the engineer for the podcast. The host are
engineer.
Okay. The hosts are BYI Server Director, Brother Eric Jackson, BYI Director of Operations and Culture, Brother Lee Jordan. And then a member of my team, the communications team for Black Yield, we got Sister Ashley Johnson. So they're the host. I stand in, engineer, record video, record audio, help make sure the set is good. And we got season 2 coming up, y'all. Real excited to share that with y'all because we made a lot of upgrades, a lot of improvements. My camera quality may not be the best, but I promise you for season 2 of the podcast, we got the best cameras. We got audio was already good, but it's just, man, it's a great tool. I think that it's a great tool for political education. Actually, if you go back to season 1, I am on an episode talking about political education, but it's a great tool for political education because we're talking about topics and we're talking about things that people may not necessarily realize are connected to larger systems and connected to larger practices and institutions and things like that. So a lot of times we get in the and there's the podcast right there. That's probably episode 1 or episode 2. So I can't overstate it. I'm excited for y'all to see the growth and the change that we made from this early episode, probably episode 1 or episode 2, if I had to remember, to season 2, episode 0 through 12. So yeah, it's a great tool to talk about issues facing our communities and talk about issues facing ourselves, but in a way that's way dressed down, way less academic, way less time intensive than sitting through a 1.5 hour film or traveling somewhere to see a lecture. It's something that's very accessible to you that you can just pick up throughout your day while you're on a treadmill, in the car, whatever it may be, and then come away. You're gonna laugh, you're gonna learn, and I guarantee you're gonna listen more.
Awesome. I mean, that's so dope. What's the official name of the podcast, and where can everybody listen to it?
So it's the Black Yield Podcast. You can find it, on the aforementioned www.blackyieldinstitute.org. We have it on there. It's on iTunes, Apple, Spotify, Google. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty much everywhere but Tidal and SoundCloud. So
nice, excellent.
It's the season 1, season 2 is on the way. Should be coming. I'm gonna say next week. Drop a little bomb on y'all. Should be coming.
Exactly. So y'all got a week to catch up. So the Black Year Institute, as I said, has worked so hard to create a healthy and cooperative Black community right here in Baltimore. And so for that reason, I feel like Jordan is going to be the excellent person to go into our gauntlet that we like to call the lightning round. So here's how this is going to work. I'm going to ask you 3 questions, and you just give me your gut impulse rapid fire question that is, of course, centered through the lens of Black Year Institute. And all of you that are out there watching, if you comment and just chime in and engage with us while we have this conversation, you'll be entered to win possibly the prize of all prizes, a free book from right here at the store. But what's the book? The book is We Are Each Other's Harvest. That book is written by Natalie Baszile, and it is all about Black agriculturists, farmers. There's generational stories there. There's history. It is so in-depth in theory and proven thought of what it takes to be a farmer, but specifically a Black farmer, in terms of cultivating the land, gaining access to the land, and then nurturing that land. It's so thorough and so great. And you have an opportunity to win it right here. So make sure that you engage with us. All right, Jordan, you ready to go into the lightning round?
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it. So the first question is, what is the best part about agriculture?
The best part about agriculture is that it's consistent. You know what I mean? The 4 seasons are going to come depending on when you live. You know that as long as you do your part, try to plan it, take care of it, make sure the soil is good, check up on it, make sure nobody gets into it, that you're growing something and it's growing at its own pace and its own rhythm. So you can't rush it. You can't, you know what I mean? That's the best part to me. The fact that it's just so pure.
Yeah, I love it. So pure. Question number 2. What is the main thing that you would say working against Black sovereignty here in Baltimore?
I'm going to go back to political education. I think that that's the number one thing that we don't necessarily know the value of ourselves, our land, the space around us, our time, our money. If we really understood where we came from, understood like the history that goes into everything that we see around us today, I think we would take it with a lot. I think we would approach things with a lot more like heart and a lot more mindfulness instead of just kind of moving through life.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Question number 3, last question. What advice would you give to someone who is looking to develop their neighborhood?
I would say go outside in your neighborhood and put yourself in the future that you have. You and your partner just had a child, you just had a baby, and you're about to bring the baby home. What around your neighborhood would you want to change before you bring that baby home and before that baby grows up? And then think about that, and then think about, okay, how tangible is it that you make those changes that you would hypothetically make if you were bringing someone into this world, into this community, and then, go from there.
Yeah, that's such an excellent and honestly simple way to just look at it in a way that I think we often get caught up in, like all the to-dos that we get stagnant. And sometimes it could just be that simple. Like, what's the thing that you wish you had, or what's the change that you would love to make for that coming behind you? That's so awesome. And with that, everyone, Jordan, you are our lightning round champ.
Hey, mom, a winner.
Yeah. All right, Joe, who's our lucky winner for this week?
Brandon, our lucky winner for this week is on Instagram.
Woo.
Their name is Mo Yold Bold. MOEYOLDOLD. If you are hearing this, you have won a copy of We Are Each Other's Harvest. You can pick it up anytime at the shop, or we'll be sure to put it into a delivery or pickup or shipment, or you place online at www.charmcitybooks.com.
Thank you so much, Mo, for watching and commenting and engaging with us. Thank you all for doing the exact same thing. Remember, that's always a chance to win something here at Between Two Succulents. And we just appreciate you chiming in with us. And Jordan, we appreciate you for spending the time and chat with me about everything that y'all are doing over there at the Black Yield Institute. So you've said that you've got the podcast. Season 2 is dropping in about a week or so. There are some things going on in terms of acquiring lands or what have you. What is next for y'all beyond all of that? Like, is everyone preparing for the upcoming warmer season? Are we all taking a break right now? What's going on?
So actually, one cool thing, it's funny you say break. One cool thing we did was from December to about January 15th, we instituted a period of rest, of like low vibration. So we gave people time to reflect, time to recharge, time to just decompress, to move into the year with laser focus and a clear mind. But literally right now, 15 minutes or 10 minutes, the Cherry Hill Food Co-op, who I just spoke about in our Food Susu initiative piece, they're doing a community conversation where they'll be talking about ways that people can become co-op ambassadors. So if you're interested in that, make sure to hit either the Black Yield Instagram or the Cherry Hill Food Co-op Instagram or Black Yield on Facebook, and RSVP for that. Also, we're a part of a fundraiser with Collectively right now until the end of the month. They're spotlighting 28 black organizations doing dope work through the end of the month. So make sure you check us out. Make sure you check out all the other organizations, and then all the donations from that fundraiser will be split evenly amongst each organization. And then if y'all want to come hang out with us on March 9th, I have to look it up. We have a Community Wednesdays where we'll be at Craft Brewing Company. We'll be at Craft Brewing Company, Well Crafted Kitchen. And of course, the proceeds of the pizza and the beer will go to Black Yield. So opportunities for engagement, opportunities to hang out. Excited.
Nice. I know. I love that they all have opportunities to kind of just kick it too. I love it. And centering self-care, for lack of a better phrase, is definitely key on all of that as well. I feel like you got like an extensive list for this next question, but do you have one or two organizations that you want to shout out in addition to your fundraiser and other things?
Yeah. Shout out to Restoring Inner City Hope. Shout out to can't think of. I want to say Displacia, but it's not Displacia. Fight Blight Be More. Shout out to them. Shout out to Collectively, who we mentioned. Shout out to not organizations necessarily, but just everyone that showed love or showed support for Black Yield over the past year. It intersects with organizations. It intersects with people just trying to see something better. But thank you just for everyone for all the love and all the support and all the grace and patience that you've shown us. Yeah, I'm just, again, back to my favorite phrase. I'm just excited for y'all to see how we transition and how we move into this new year and this new season.
And we're definitely excited to see it, brother. The Black Yield Institute works to help create a healthy and cooperative Black community. And we are so glad that we got this time to sit and talk with Jordan Taylor, the community organizer and archivist, right here on Between Two Succulents at Charm City Books. Jordan, thank you.
Brandon. I'm communications organizer.
Communications organizer. What did I say? Community?
Yeah.
I said community, didn't I? We're all community. It all, it all fits under that umbrella, Yeah, we appreciate you, Jordan. Thank you for sitting here and talking with us today.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And we thank you all again for braving the weirdness of this weather. You know, it doesn't know if it wants to be hot or cold, sunny or rainy, but you guys made it here. We appreciate you. And we'll see you again in, remember, 2 weeks. Every other week we're doing this now. The next time will be, I believe, March 8th. And we have, of course, another great guest for you. It's going to also be a community member from right here who's doing some really cool things. And I can't wait to talk to you about her and what she's got going on. Until then, y'all, stay safe, stay healthy, get vaccinated, wear your mask, and take care of each other. We'll see you around the shop. Bye.
And we